Don't be a dick and meander. I feel like this also goes with the husbands. You know when the husbands do grocery shopping and they're just lost?
Sorry, can't relate. But continue.
Wax on, wax off.
Cigarettes.
Excellent.
Hello, and welcome, Midlifers. We are your hosts, Bond
And Miz.
and this is your weekly podcast where it's not self-help, but more help yourself to a smorgasbord of nostalgia, laughter, and a deep dive into the past.
Hello and welcome, listeners, to this week's episode. We're starting off with Don't Be a Dick at the supermarket. And we haven't done Don't Be a Dick for a while, so yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, me too. And we're introducing a new one. It's called Deep Dive. So we're just going to pick a topic or something or a moment in time that affected the world, and we're going to do a deep dive into it. And we're starting off with the 1997 classic movie Titanic.
So grab your snorkels and let's jump in.
Fonz, we
Yes, Miz.
are getting legit.
Oh, mate. I don't know what's happened in these last 2 months.
I don't know. It's all our hard work and effort.
Yeah.
So we obviously recently did a collab episode with the wonderful Geordie and Michelle from the Eavesdropping podcast.
Wasn't that so much fun?
It was fun, and we've actually had a lot of good feedback from the listeners. So
Yeah.
you guys seem to enjoy it.
Thank you.
I was nervous as hell, I got to say.
Oh,
Yeah.
I noticed how nervous I was too. Like,
You didn't come across as nervous. You did well
neither
with
did
mine.
you.
Okay, inside I was.
Isn't that funny?
And after every comment I did, because there's a bit of time delay.
Yes.
I'm in my head. I'm like, do they like it? Am I no good? But luckily, yeah, when I was listening back, I couldn't hear it.
Yeah.
Felt it.
No, you're good, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we've actually got another collab coming up.
Yes,
Who?
we do with the mac. I was going to mac and cheese.
I know. I'm always thinking mac and cheese. But
What's more delicious than mac and cheese? The Mac and G Show.
yes,
So they are from Boston.
Boston.
And we are going to start doing a collab with them, which will be released in the next couple of months.
Yes, that's very exciting. And
What?
we are going to be guest speaking.
Oh my God, who are we?
I don't know. Yeah. Well, let's say, the imposter syndrome. Remember we spoke about the
Yes.
imposter syndrome last year?
Yeah.
Obviously, we're
But
just
that was
starting
just
out.
with ourselves, imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Let's bring our listeners in. We had imposter syndrome where we thought we didn't belong and I thought I wasn't good enough.
Mm.
And then it's like telling that voice to shush. And, we deserve to be here. We deserve this, our voices to be heard.
It's like my husband says, there's no day 100 without day 1.
Yeah.
So the imposter syndrome, you just whenever and it's a human nature thing to think, oh God, I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be doing this. But you've just got to go balls deep
Hustle, yeah.
and go for it.
Balls deep.
Balls deep.
So, Mez, James from Podcasting Service Listen and Launch. This is for anyone who has a podcast.
Or is interested in podcasting.
Yeah, he helps you out. He helps you start out, does all the behind the scenes nitty gritty stuff.
Yeah.
And he reached out to us
Mhm.
and asked if we'd like to do a guest spot in
Yeah.
speaking for his event.
Yes, and we said, okay. And then we just released it on socials and our names are up there saying, guest speaking, or like, oh shit. This
is legit. Like, are we a podcast now?
We are, but I definitely feel more legit. And this coincides with our 1 year birthday.
Yeah.
We're supposed to do hats. We forgot about all
Oh.
this. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to us 1 year.
We're 1 year and still here. We're going to do this. Remember this? We're going to do a whole campaign, but,
Life gets in the
life,
way.
kids, housework, my anxiety. So if anyone is interested, this night is on Thursday the 5th of June at the Old Punters Club in Fitzroy, 6:30 to 9:30. Tickets only $5. So if you like podcasts, are interested in podcasts, or just want to, network with podcasting people, come along. So you look like a dick to me, so everybody just listen to me. This is how not to be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
At the supermarket.
Oh, okay.
you look at me like to have a bit of research with this, I actually put some ideas of Don't Be a Dick up on our socials to see if anyone had anything to add to them or had any feelings about them. And my first one, which I didn't really feel strongly about, but I don't do it for different reasons. Don't be a dick and take the kids' fruit. So, at Woolies and Coles in Australia, they have this thing where near the fruit aisle, they have a whole basket of fruit, fresh fruit for the kids to take for free. On the proviso, it's supposed to be sort of, I guess, one piece of fruit per kid. I have never taken it if I've just been on my own, even though there's no security guard there. Like,
I know.
If you want to take it, just take it.
I found a loophole.
Oh, okay.
I went with my dad. And Dad goes, get a piece of fruit. And I go, can't, Dad, it's for kids. He goes, you're my kid. Get a piece of fruit. I'm like, you know what? I will. And I had one. I go, where's my dad? And I did that.
Well, I didn't think about that because I do the sort of similar with my kids. Like, they don't want the fruit, but I say, you go get the fruit. They have a tiny bit of bite and give it to Mama, and Mama will finish it off. So thank you.
My kids are at the stage where they'll eat anything that's free.
Yeah. That's
Like, it's free, I'll eat it.
That's my life. But we also had Caitlin point out that, some people are in tough times. So if they want to take a piece of the kids' fruit, take a piece of the kids' fruit.
It's no big deal.
No big deals. No one patrols the fruit. No one's ever gone up to say,
no one gives a flying hoot, Mez.
Hoot about the fruit.
Well, for me, I've seen this in my supermarket where someone's had a change of mind. So it's in the chocolate section, and you see where they've dumped a box of carrots.
Yes.
And in the chocolate section, like, oh, someone had a change of heart. Leave it till Monday.
Because I did this in the Instagram reel because I had a packet of chipolatas and put them away in the health food section. And I was showing this to my youngest daughter who's 7. And she goes, oh, my grandma always tells me to just put it back anywhere. I go, at least if it's in the fridge, put it back in the fridge section.
Correct.
You don't want a pack of chipolatas behind the cereal because it gets ruined. We had from Facebook, Kimmy, and from TikTok, Lisa, both say, don't be a dick and chat in the middle of the aisle. You chat,
not shat.
Sound like chat. Okay, I'll emphasize, don't do either, really. But don't chat, chit chat. If you catch up with a friend. Or we chat. I've probably been guilty of this. When you unexpectedly come across a friend at the supermarket and you start with like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You don't even realise that people are trying to shop around you because you're just in your, hogging the aisle. So
don't hog the aisle.
Don't hog the aisle. And on the back of that, supermarkets don't hog the aisle because now they restock shelves in the middle of the day and they've got the huge freaking trolley of stock.
Yes.
Back in the 80s or 90s.
It was night shift.
Night fillers. We didn't need to deal with them. And it's worse because you've got that on one side and then you've got the
chin waggers on the other side.
Chin waggers. But even the Coles people who do the online pickups, that's a big thing with all the Coles baskets and stuff like that. So they're on the other side, so there's nowhere to go.
Oh my God.
Give me some room, people.
This brought back memories for me. As a child's perspective, don't be a dick and leave me at the checkout while you have to run and get one more thing that you forgot. And the sweats you got as a child, and you're always looking like, where's my mum? How long does it take to get a Tabasasiki? Where is she? That, from a child's perspective, oh my God, the worry.
I do that. I have done that to my kids. But it's like, I know where the tomato sauce is.
All right, Mum.
I do the calculations in my head. Think Russell Crowe style from A Beautiful Mind. I'm like, okay, we'll quickly go. It's in aisle 7. I can see how many things are in conveyor belt. I can make it.
Yeah, that used to give me the panic.
Don't be a dick and meander. I feel like this also goes with the husbands. When the husbands do grocery shopping and they're just lost.
Sorry, can't relate. But continue.
It's more like, it's like this. They're window shopping and they're just like, casually going about the business, like get in, get out, first of all. But then you can see the people who aren't the regular shoppers, like the husbands who are forced to do it, and they've got no freaking clue. Again, get out of the way.
My cousin got so many text messages from her partner when he had to do the shop. And we were at a high tea and she goes in the car. She goes, oh my God, I've had like so many messages. And she had to call him to make sure he was okay at the supermarket. He was fine. But I think because it's not a regular thing for the husbands to do, which is shocking to say. But anyway, they're meant to be the hunters.
Yes.
And here we are hunting.
No, they're just lost.
We are hunting and gathering and
and they're eating. They're just eating.
They're just eating.
Yep.
I have to say, self-checkout, that's a dick. That's a big dick place. All right?
Yeah.
it made me look like a thief. So what happened was I spilled a bottle of lemonade off the checkout that I checked out. And I went to get over and get it, and it started beeping. And the lady came over and put the camera on to show what I was doing. I'm like, listen, I can steal like $30 worth of cheese here, but I'm just getting the
$2 bottle of lemonade. Yeah.
not even $2, Mez. It's home brand. And I felt like a thief.
I know.
And that wouldn't have happened if I just went to the person managed checkout.
Why didn't you?
I was in a hurry.
I know we have talked about self-serve checkouts, and when we put this on our socials, Erin said the way when they close all the other aisles and you have to go to self-serve, and it's like, I'm not being paid to scan and, bag my own groceries. You're being paid for that.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
now I'm paying for it.
Where's the end of year party Coles and Woolies for us? How good would that be?
I guess.
You know what's funny?
Scanning our own things.
At my Woolies, they've got like a donation basket outside where you donate food. I'm like, oi,
yeah,
you're a supermarket
that
you
makes
donate
millions
food.
and millions of dollars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I look at that and I'm just like, oh, that gets my goat.
It does get my goat too. Aldi people, do not scan. Don't be a dick and scan the groceries so damn fast. It gives me anxiety. I get the sweats as I'm sort of lining everything up. And now I've sort of learnt my little trick is to pile things up. So at least when they scan it, it takes them a bit longer rather than spreading them out.
Oh.
Yeah, put things on top of each other.
Hack.
It just gives you a few extra seconds.
Yeah.
So as I've done that, especially if there's someone in front of me, I get my bags ready. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And because I often have a over-the-shoulder bag.
Yeah.
So as I'm doing stuff, my bag's sort of going this way and that way.
Yeah.
I'm perimenopause anyway, so I'm getting the sweats and I get the extra sweats and they revel in it. You see some are nice and they sort of hold back.
Down a
they
bit.
slow down, they wait for you. Others are like, beep, 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 and they'll have it there like, you can take it or what?
I don't know what it is about the speed of Aldi. And even when it comes to taking a card out or paying cash, you have to be like, quick draw. Oh, sorry. You're hurrying up with your purse.
Yes.
And you're like,
Yeah.
what's the rush?
What is the rush? Let me shop in peace. And going with that, when you're at the checkout, don't be a dick and just go right behind me. Sometimes so you're at the end of the putting the bags into the trolley.
Yeah.
And the next person behind you pushes forward, so they're like standing right near where you have to pay. It's like, buddy, you're gonna get served. Just back up a little bit.
Don't get up in your grill.
Don't get up my grill. Don't be a dick. In short, I hate grocery shopping anyway. I really do. It's my biggest bugbear, and I'm getting my hubby to do it for the few weeks while he's at home, and thank God for that. So don't make it harder and don't make it worse by being a dick at the supermarket.
Yeah.
Pons,
Yes, ma'am.
did you know that this is the middle of our podcast?
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding, and we are in the middle of life.
We are midlife.
And if you're in the middle, floundering like us, and wanting to have a bit of a fun with some mates, you know what to do.
Give us a subscribe. Click that button or give us a comment as well.
And share us with your friends.
We are okay with being shared. Mez, get your snorkel or get your scuba gear because we're going deep diving for the 1997 movie Titanic.
Yes.
That was a touch of Celine. Yeah, so directed by James Cameron. Now, I've got a different take on this, Mez, with this deep dive.
Okay.
I've gone more quirky behind the scenes deep diving.
Okay, you could do that behind the scenes. I'm
Yep.
going to do more the personal memories and that sort of stuff with
Cool.
us. All right.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
We'll make an intro sound effects for this.
Okay, so Titanic is directed by James Cameron. Now, James Cameron directed Terminator 2, Judgment Day in 1991.
That's my favourite Terminator, number 2.
Same with
Mhm.
Edward Furlong. I loved him back then. And True Lies in 1994. And then after that came Titanic. And it cost $200 million to make.
I remember in those days because that was a big new idea and Women's Week. I remember reading about the production of it and how, over budget and how huge it was, and the studios were obviously.
But he recreated the Titanic ship. Even in first class, he put a swimming pool in there.
Yeah.
Like a real swimming pool.
In the swimming pool.
There's a swimming pool in the first class floor.
Really?
And he put it in. the details. He was so meticulous.
How do I not remember seeing that? The swimming pool.
Maybe you didn't see.
No, I've watched that movie 1,000 times.
But maybe it wasn't filmed. Like maybe it was just part of the set,
Mm.
but you just didn't see it. It didn't make the final cut.
I do love that, though, that he was so meticulous about recreating it. Because
Yes.
one of the facts that I learned about was that for the extras, he had 150 extras, and he would show them this video about how people walked and talked in their etiquette in those days, and they had it playing on a loop in the wardrobe department. So even the extras would sort of have that refined,
Yeah.
because they ain't walking like bros nowadays.
But then
that's so lame.
my question is, then were there different wardrobes, like different change rooms, like for the first class, second class, and
Ooh,
lower class people?
that's a good
Because
question.
then the loops would be different because you'd hate to be in first class going, oi, what you doing, governor? And oh my God, do you remember as well, what was her name? Bates, Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
And she, like, that was when I learned about old money and new money.
Yes, I do
I
like
had
that.
no idea. And even the new money, she was the nicest one
Yes.
in first class.
It's funny about Kathy Bates because you know how sometimes there's a role that turns you off a actress
Yeah.
or actor. For her, Titanic changed my perception of her for me because I couldn't look at her after Misery. So I was so scared of her and I hated her. I really hated her because obviously she was so good in it.
Yeah.
And so Titanic was a movie that changed. I'm like, okay,
Turned
she's
you
not-
around.
turned me around.
What range she has that she can
I
turn you
know.
around, miss.
And let's talk about the two leading stars who I didn't realise were so young. Like Leo DiCaprio was 21 when he filmed it, and Kate Winslet was just 22.
But when you're 15, they seem so old.
I know. What do we look like now? My goodness. And I love that obviously that was a movie that took them to the next stratosphere.
Yeah.
Leo was sort of on that way anyway, because before that, 1906 was a beautiful Romeo and Juliet with Baz Luhrmann. So this took them to the next stratosphere. But I love that they're still friends to this day, and it's sort of really,
It sealed their relationship as
Yes.
friends.
it doesn't have anything to do with me, but it makes me feel happy that Leo and Kate are still friends.
Do you remember the first time you watched Titanic?
I know I went to the cinema twice
Wow.
to watch it. I remember how I felt afterwards, which was
Yeah.
like, wow.
Because I remember going to Northland Cinema and I knew the Titanic sunk, but it really drew me in and I left the cinema absolutely sobbing.
Oh, did you?
I had to put black sunglasses on and say, it's just a movie, it's just a movie, it's just a movie. But I sobbed for Jack.
Yeah. And
Not Rose, I sobbed for Jack.
yeah.
Rose, she did well.
She did
She
so
hid
well.
that bloody necklace
Yeah.
from everyone, which could have solved the world's problems. And then she chucked it over the edge.
Well, apparently there's an alternate ending that they shot. So in the alternate ending, the researcher, which I can't remember his name, which is ridiculous because I've watched this movie 1,000 times, he actually sees her holding up the heart of the
Oh.
ocean over the water, and he's like, no, and she just looks at him and drops it.
I would have bloody
Yes.
spear tackled her.
Actually, the Rose go, no, over the balcony. Yeah, see, she could have just given it to him. Come on. Anyway,
That's annoyed me.
can we talk about some of the annoyances?
Yeah,
Can I talk about?
please.
So that I don't like the way that ended. I know everyone obviously goes on about
the door.
the door. Jack could have fit onto it.
He
Which-
could have.
which Jack
Come on.
James Cameron talks about. It's the buoyancy. It's the problem. He could fit onto it, but they both would have sunk.
Ah.
Anyway, James Cameron is like, enough. Let it go. Let it go, people. But the character, this is you for an Italian, Fabrizio, he's so over the top, bastardo. It's like, just ease up on the Italian stereotypical.
It's the Italian way.
I just find he's
You tell me to be quiet with these microphones. We can't help it. We've talked with our hands.
no, I get that. I too, Croatian, I understand that. But I find his Italian, like,
It was overacted.
it was overacted a bit. It's just like, just ease up on the stereotypical.
How could he?
Calm down, Fabrizio. And just even the thing of the as the water's rushing up into the lower levels, and you see the mice going up there, and it goes like, "Oh, follow the mice or follow the rats." The ship was brand new. Surely there wouldn't be all these mice in the lower class on the maiden voyage.
On the maiden voyage.
Come on,
Interesting. Never even thought of that.
that annoyed me. Maybe I'm the only one.
I'm glad you pointed that out,
Mhm.
though. I've got a tidbit for you.
Mhm.
Did you know that 80 crew members of the Titanic crew were poisoned? And it was found out that it was an ex-crew member who had a fight with the caterer and wanted to foil the caterer and get him fired. But he poisoned everyone with PCP.
Oh my God.
So James
That's like a
Cameron,
bit of
he noticed something was a bit askew
yeah.
when he was talking to the director of photography, the cameraman, and he started leading a conga line. And then the assistant director was talking to Cameron on the walkie-talkie while directly looking at him, and then went to stab him with a pen.
Like, something's a bit weird here.
It was to that James was like, something's a bit fishy on this ship.
Were they okay? Did they have to be?
I think they were okay. Like, I didn't read that anyone passed or
Yeah.
anyone, but they had to go to hospital.
Oh, that's a
doozy.
that is a doozy. Can we talk about favourite scenes?
Yeah.
Like the whole movie is my favourite scene, but one of them, which we've mentioned before, is when they go to Jack's, like, I'll show you how to party. He takes them down, and they're there chugging the beers, and she has a cigarette, and they're doing the Irish jigs and stuff, and you've got the guys playing the instruments, and it's like great little shots of everyone like
having fun.
and then it goes back to them smoking their brandy. It's like, no,
the balloon of brandy. Yeah. Where would you rather hang out? Down
there.
Down.
Yes. I'll tell you my other favourite scene, which is when you dissect the movie, actually, it's got the sort of start is introducing the sort of characters and the different classes. Then you've got Jack and Rose's love story. Then you've got the actual falling apart of the ship. But when it hits its peak and the ship is like upright.
Yes.
And then people are falling off and you hear them on the propeller. You see them. You see them
it's
falling.
Yes.
And then like they hit the propeller and their body starts spinning like little Barbie dolls.
Yes.
That sticks with you.
Yeah, it has stuck with me because even as you're saying it, I can see it.
I can hear it. I can hear the body hitting it.
I don't remember the noise. I remember the visual.
Oh, yeah. The thing about the drawing scene, with which turns out to be James Cameron drawing it.
I know.
Some people are so talented.
Oh my God.
What the hell? Like my drawings are like stick figures.
Yeah.
So
But mine aren't good. As you know, remember that we did that at home painting drawing class?
yeah.
And you looked at mine and you're like, what the hell is that? And you tried to make me feel better by saying, oh, you're sitting on an angle. I knew I couldn't draw, Mez.
I do give kudos to people who are just talented across many things, like
Yeah.
James Cameron. But yeah, I wasn't expecting that when I first watched it.
The car scene when she
The hands.
puts her hand
And then it's swipe. Yes. And that's what I remember because obviously Titanic was so big and, all the interviews and stuff, promo stuff afterwards, but they were on Oprah because, of course, at the time, anything that was big was on Oprah. I just remember Kate Winslet saying for that scene, my makeup was all on him and his makeup was all on me. She hasn't got that accent at all.
How you doing, Governor?
And even the bit where she has to, where she spits in Cal's face.
Yes.
That they had to retake it so many times. I think she had to use lube or jelly to get enough.
There you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
his
that's
face.
interesting.
Mm.
How hot was Billy Zane
No.
back then? Oh.
No.
I found him so
No.
handsome.
Oh,
He has got beautiful features.
No.
Is that because of the movie?
I've never really liked him, but
He's got a beautiful skin tone, the green eyes, the beautiful hair. I think he was gorgeous.
No. He's so. I actually wrote down because I didn't like his
my
character.
God.
But him. I think it's also his acting put me off. It's because
Yes.
it was. I actually.
That's the sign of a great actor.
But I have strong feelings about Billy Zane, and his looks as well. No, does not do it for me at all.
Only Leo does it for you.
Yeah,
You're a Leo monogamist.
That's okay. Not so much in this movie. I didn't find him hot in this movie. I just loved the character. For me, the hotness was Romeo and Juliet. But Billy Zane's, I found his acting in this. He'd be like, oh, Rose, he did this pursed lip thing and be like, oh no, she don't dance to me. he put it on. He put it on a bit too much.
I was a Titanic polyamorous because I liked Leo and Billy Zane.
Okay.
Some more love to give.
Obviously, you got the love story and everything, but the biggest song of the year Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On, and how good did it match the
Oh, it's
movie?
Perfect.
Yeah, I get tingles now just thinking about it.
Oh, I hated the song at the time. Like,
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah, because I was
Oh.
into my grunge and
Ah.
rock music. And here is, yeah,
Oh, I was loving it. I loved it then, and I love it now.
Shut up, Celine.
I'm sure a lot of people felt that way, but it just worked so well. And even in the film clip, having her sort of, all
With the wind?
floaty. Yes, the wind. How good is a wind machine? Come on.
How many times have you been on a boat doing
Did
that?
Not many.
Oh,
But I could appreciate if I was in the boat.
Do you know what I loved?
Hmm.
I loved how they showed the band not stopping playing. Like, you can read about it, but actually seeing it
Yes.
just stirred the emotion.
Well, actually, now that you mention that, because one of my other favourite scenes is, so it's towards the end, because the band go away and then they say, oh, it's been a pleasure playing with you. And then one of them stops and starts doing this.
And one by one.
And they join in. And then it goes to a montage of people downstairs, sort of like had an
Yes,
old couple
surrendering.
in bed. Yes, surrendering. There's an old couple in bed. Got the guy in a staircase and the water comes in. And it's got the music playing on top. And it's sort of so still. But obviously the imagery is, so full on.
Contrast.
Yes, contrasting. And that's a beautiful song. So, yes.
It just makes me wonder, like, some people, it's like that whole fight or flight kind of thing. People fought and people surrendered.
Yeah. Oh, also,
Oh.
I was just going to that, the
Yeah.
fight or flight. So, the end when she pushes Jack into the water and she's got the whistle.
The
She's
whistle.
like, oh, and first she's like, come back. But she's too cold. She's too cold to yell out. So she goes to get the whistle and she blows it with all her might.
Oh, I don't know. And then it gains momentum and strength. So it wasn't loud from the get-go.
No, it did take a
It
little
was
while.
definitely a bit of...
Who needs acting lessons? You come to funds right here.
I'll teach you how to tremble.
Whether you loved the movie, which you had to because it was a great movie, or didn't, it was like a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah.
It was a great movie in regards to having a mixture of fact-based things and
yes.
fantasy, being Jack and Rose's relationship. It was iconic, and it still stands the test of time because I did watch it last year with my kids. They all really liked it.
The fact that James Cameron went down in a submarine.
That's commitment.
That is such commitment.
Yeah.
So, Mez, with this deep dive into the Titanic, did we sink or did we swim this segment?
I don't know. Let's have the viewers decide.
Sink or swim, Titanic.
That is the end of our show.
Thank you for joining us. It was a hoot.
Hootenanny. Hopefully you come back next week.
See you then.
Bye.